It's great to see you, Yasmine. Iskander, am I pronouncing it right?
Yes, it's Iskander. That's correct.
That's it. Okay. I am so delighted to see you. We've met briefly in the past, but I'm really excited that you were part of the MPAartfest and that we get to talk a little bit, that people get to know you a bit. So I wanted to see if you could tell us a little bit about your background. You know you're an artist now, but how did you, what kinds of classes or what ways did you, how did you come to art? And
my name is Yasmine Iskander. I'm a full-time professional painting, and I've been taking classes online in a called the arts school with people who are the disability who have special need in the arts, and I've been taking classes. I think I've been taking, when I went there, I've been taking class Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and that's it. The only three classes on art. And I've been taking a class with a bunch of people and in MPA, and I've done it before. And
well, that's
how I love to paint, and I love to learn new things.
Got it.
With other people.
Great. So it shows your passion.
Yes.
Your love, and then and a sense of variety too, because you've had different teachers. Sometimes people just study one teacher.
Yes.
That's great. Okay. And so can you tell me something that you learned from a teacher that you really keep in your heart when you're painting?
Yes. Couple of things is that when my teacher wanted me to ask me to use a technique, tools, or if she tell me to use the prayer, how can I use the prayer? Well, prayer is more like a tool where you can, what I do is I lay the canvas flat on the table. On the ground, it's way too much because I have an issue problem, so I prefer to do it on the table better. So we have a very special table. So if I want to do a big coat, if I, like for example, before I start the brush underneath, I use a heavy body to dry very slow. Now, there's the two reasons why I sometimes I use heavy body and sometimes I use furious. Furious, but furious takes paint to dry very slow. Heavy body dry slow, but furious dry very fast.
So you've really experimented.
Yeah, I
make a decision what you like best.
Yes, and sometimes I use masking tape and gesso. Masking tape is like sometimes it's blue or white or yellow, and the white is gesso. Gesso is something if I want to make a texture, I have to use the gesso, and gesso take about 1 day before I start using the paint on that canvas.
Okay, good to know, some of these approaches you use to get the actual look that you're
Yes,
looking for. So
yes, that's right.
yeah, and so and you've had some recognition. You've had some exhibits, and you've had some prizes too for your art.
Yes. By the way, I got a picture in the Kennedy Center
Oh,
a minute ago. Before last time ago when I told you, I think it was like the day before we had interview. Again, I will explain it to you that I got the picture in the Kennedy Center. A Kennedy Center is where the people ability who had a special need
right.
go there and have a show.
Mhm.
And I go there, I take a workshop, all day workshop, and I learn a lot, like how to paint, how people look at art in the show. And this is why I feel a little bit happy. And the other thing I want to tell you is I got a show in New York and Baltimore.
Whoa. So you're really on your way. That's so exciting. I can't wait to when I can go back to the Kennedy Center. I want to see, I think it's in the Hall of States. I want to see that work. It's part of the very special arts program, right?
Yes,
Yeah, that's fantastic. So, you know, on your website, you get the idea, which I get from your work, that you're interested in the vibrancy of life. And I wonder if you could talk a little about that theme, in terms of your life, what painting does for you, and maybe tell us about the painting behind you, because I've been looking at it and I'm very curious.
Well, it's love, life, people. So what I do is how I paint that is before I pick up a name. The first thing I shoot, the first step is shoot the canvas. And I just decided to work in a big canvas. Then after that, again, a minute ago, I told you a while ago that the heavy body dry very slow and it takes time to dry. Sometimes I don't use the heavy body. Sometimes I use fluid. And fluid helps the paint to dry very fast. Then I decided to paint. But this painting that I took, it wasn't at home. I took in somebody's home in a private session on 101. While ago, before we got the riot, before we got the COVID, it passed so many years I've been having that painted. And with this painting, that's how I know is on the corner, left corner. You can see the green one. I use a very special marker that's called acrylic marker. And this is why this painting, I scribble, and you don't have to use water. It's just plain. So that's how I make
Okay.
the thing here.
Wonderful. That's great. So I get the impression from talking to you now and from your website that you experience a lot of joy, and your work is about joy and
Yeah, that's correct. Joy, really very happy and joyful. And this is how I felt, and I love to paint. And painting is one of my favorite things to do the whole life. Then when I had a heart surgery to now, I've been painting so much in about I don't know, like about 5 years ago or something. But it's just, this is why I'm telling it's opportunity for me to take classes every day to learn new things.
And you make the most of it. I loved your website and seeing all the different kinds of things that you created, but talking to you and getting a sense of what it means to you is very powerful, and it brings me optimism too, that someone could love art so much and keep at it, and their work makes people feel that joy and optimism. So I want to thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
And congratulations.
Thank you very much. My pleasure.